Well, good morning, everyone. Oh, that was a healthy one, but we're going to do it again nice and loud. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So, for those I have yet to meet, my name is Sean Latourette, and I have the great honor of serving our state as Commissioner of Environmental Protection. And within that portfolio are our state parks, forests, and historic sites program led by Assistant Commissioner John Cecil. Raise your hand back there, Mr. Cecil. Which includes the Dr. James Still Office Historic Site right here, that we are here to mark a really important moment for our state. And I am so proud of the work that has been done in partnership with the community who lives this history every day, with our state park service, with our stewards here at this site. Others are going to speak to the improvements that have been made here at this important historic site and its place along the Black Heritage Trail, right? Because today we are here to mark the fact that here in New Jersey, we treasure all of our history. We view our Black history here in the state of New Jersey as intrinsic to our identity as New Jerseyans. And places like this, state historic sites under the purview of the DEP or others around our Garden State, belong to all of us. And it is our job to care for and invest in places like this, so that our history can be portrayed to every single visitor, those who may be passing by or wandering through this part of New Jersey, or who may find us within the network of state forests, parks, and historic sites all throughout New Jersey. So today, we're here to mark the improvements that have been made, but also for our friends at the Department of State to share with us the place that this site serves within the greater Black Heritage Trail. As folks may know, in 2022, Governor Murphy signed legislation establishing the Black Heritage Trail in New Jersey, and we've been working hard to ready this site for its participation in that network. And our friends at the Department of State have been working all throughout New Jersey to build out that network as well. And we'll hear from Sarah Curitin from the Department of State on that very score. But first and foremost, to welcome us to this place, the mayor here in Medford, Eric Rebstock, please come join us.
Well, good morning. Welcome to Medford. State officials, county commissioners, Medford residents, members of the Still family. On behalf of Medford Township, the Township Committee, and its residents, we are in a place that we consider a great privilege to be. So thank you for allowing us to be this site for this great legacy. When you go to the New Jersey State website, you'll see a quote by Dr. Still that says, "Human beings, like plants, thrive best when cultivated." And that is an amazing and enduring statement that I'd like for us to unpack just for a moment today. As the son of two former slaves, Dr. Still grew up poor and segregated. And he could not pursue his dream, his lifelong dream of attending a medical college, not because of his intelligence or his desire or his dedication or his ability, but simply because of the color of his skin. But he refused to be pressed down, and so he began this life of cultivation. And in that process, he left us with three humble actions that define true greatness. He worked tirelessly for the good of other human beings. He moved toward people in need, and he planted seeds of healing. And as he thrived, others thrived. And for us as a town, as a county, as a state, and as a nation, We can learn so much from Dr. Still and his ideals. And may we too cultivate so that others may thrive. And so for those of you who are part of the Still legacy, as you continue this great work on, we thank you for the privilege of allowing Medford to be your home. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor, for that beautiful, beautiful welcome. And the mayor had reminded me that I should ensure that everyone understood that he is about 6 foot tall, has all his hair, and stands for every single member of this community. So next up, I wanted to invite Sarah Curitin from our Department of State. She is the executive director of the New Jersey Historical Commission and has invested herself and the work of her team in ensuring that New Jersey's history is told, not just in the context of what next year will be America's 250th birthday, but every day here throughout the Garden State. And that important legacy includes the one built here at this very place. Sarah?
Thank you, Commissioner, so much for that welcome. So today's celebration has a personal component for me because I'm a resident of Medford. So I know this site pretty well. I have brought church groups here. I recently came to a wonderful walk where we learned more about the trees on this property. This is an amazing resource for Medford, for New Jersey, and of course for the history of our state and our nation. So I want to congratulate everyone who's worked so hard to bring us to this point and to share with you just a little bit about the New Jersey Black Heritage Trail. First of all, let me point out that the project manager for the trail is here with us, Sinatra Smith. So if you want to, please go and buttonhole her if you have questions and want to know more about the Black Heritage Trail. And then Dr. Mark Lawrence is here as well from the New Jersey Historical Commission site. Historical Commission staff, rather. And Mark also has a very personal connection to this site because that doctor in front of his name, well, this site was a key to him getting that, right, Sam? So we at the Historical Commission have a real personal connection to this amazing site. So congratulations to all who have brought it to this wonderful moment. Now, let me just tell you a little bit about the Black Heritage Trail. This is a project we've been working on, as the Commissioner mentioned, since 2022. And it's been an exciting and revelatory and amazing journey. To date, we have unveiled, this will be our 4th marker in the series, but 74 markers have been approved already for the Black Heritage Trail, which just indicates to you how rich African American history is in the state of New Jersey. Before we started to actually evaluate nominations for the trail, we identified just preliminarily over 400 potential Black heritage sites in New Jersey. So this is a rich journey, it's a fascinating journey, it's a journey that we all will take together. So congratulations to all. This site, too, I think is terribly important because it reflects a really important aspect of our nation's and our state's history, and that's that aspect of Black achievement and excellence, which Dr. Still so richly demonstrates. So, with that, let me turn it back to Commissioner LaTourette, and congratulations to the whole team that made this day possible. Thank you.
Sarah, thank you, and to your entire team who has worked on this endeavor throughout the state. We are grateful for your partnership. This is the only Black historic site within the Department of Environmental Protection's portfolio within our state historic sites program, and it was acquired, this property, just less than 20 years ago through the use of Green Acres state acquisition funds. Fawn McGee, who runs our state acquisition program, is here. Fawn, thank you for your team's work in bringing this into the family of DEP-administered sites. Now, of course, these important places don't take care of themselves. It needs dedicated individuals who day after day commit themselves to the good care of the resources that we all share. And that includes, of course, our natural resources, but our historic sites as well. So next, I'm proud to invite up Administrator Mark Texel, who is the administrator of our Historic Sites program, and is going to share details with you about the improvements made here at the Still site.
No, more. Let me get my notes. I still go old, history. We're still doing old school. I know I need to get my tablet out and start doing stuff digitally, but with my luck, it would fail. We wouldn't get a connection. So anyway, thank you, Commissioner, for that wonderful introduction. As he mentioned, I'm the administrator of our state historic sites for the State Parks, Forests, and Historic Sites program. And I have a great job. I have the privilege, really, of working with over 50 state historic sites. We have an incredible number of historic sites in our state. And we've got over 20 paid professionals, full-time professionals, dozens of part-time professionals, and over 24 not-for-profit partners. But today really is a milestone moment for our organization because as you've just heard, nearly 20 years ago, this site was acquired for preservation through the Green Acres program. And in addition to Fawn being here at the time, we have out of retirement today Terry Caruso, who's sitting there, came back for this event. She was part of the team that helped preserve this site. So without that moment, we wouldn't be here today doing what we're doing. The most important part of this is a partnership. We can't do this with just the staff that we have in the state. And I've really been honored to be working with one of the greatest nonprofit partners I've ever worked with in 3 different states, and that's the Dr. James Still Historic Office Site Association, who are here today. Yeah. I mean, without their years of time, talent, treasury, and teamwork, we wouldn't be here. Can't say thank you enough to their board, their officers, many of which are here today on a Monday morning, and all their members. The events that they've done and the hours and hours that they put into this has really been a labor of love, and it's been an honor to work with all of you. So I also want to thank a group of people who sometimes their role is the unsung heroes of our organization. They're standing in back of you to your left, all these people in these nice olive and green shirts, and that is the State Park Service employees. They've given a countless number of hours, and this site is assigned to Brendan T. Burns State Forest, a short drive from here. But I especially want to thank the maintenance superintendent, Megan Yovankin, who is standing in the back row. Megan, she makes the wheels turn, and then we have a very talented, soon-to-be retired, in fact, this is his last day on the job, I think, or John Pines, the maintenance supervisor there. So, John, this is your legacy project is this site. And then we have all the other maintenance crew that are here today, both full and part-time. But most importantly, I want to introduce somebody, you all know her, Terry Schmidt. She's floating around someplace over here on your left. From our Trenton office, and Terry has been in the Park Service her whole career practically, and she's an incredible resource, but not only just the time she puts in, the paid time, she I think moved 45 yards of mulch herself this summer. And literally, this was her summer project, was the interpretive garden with buckets, 1 bucket at a time. So she's just a wonderful resource, and we're so grateful. But she brought a lot of knowledge of botany and also plants, which has been very helpful. She's one of our member of our team that takes care of the natural lands in the state. So thank you for that. I also want to thank the Historical Commission, not just for the Black Heritage Trail, but also through a $20,000 project grant to the association for creating the interpretive plan for this office. So we're grateful for that. And we also are very grateful for the Medford Historical Society in Medford Township, because years before the association existed, it was the township that was preserving this site. Going back 10, 15 years ago when I first started with the state, they were the ones that had programming going on to build awareness and build passion and advocacy. And along with that, we have another partner that's here today, the Whites Bog Preservation Trust, which has had a partnership. Allison is here, their director is here today. They provided funding that, in fact, helped the association acquire all the plants that you see as part of the interpretive garden. So very shortly, we're going to cut the ribbon on the stabilization and restoration of, as has been mentioned, the very first African-American historic site managed by the State Park Service, the state of New Jersey. And this effort represents an investment of nearly $1.75 million in a multi-year project that began in 2019 with the goal to preserve the original character of the Dr. James Still's 1855 office while making it safe, accessible, and welcoming for visitors. So to that, I want to recognize some individuals that were key in this project, and first and foremost is our Office of Resource Development's project manager, construction management specialist Jeff Adams, who's back here with the beret on. This was Jeff's project. And we want to recognize the general contractor, Holly Brothers, who I believe are here as well, standing in the back. They do amazing work for us. And our project architect and preservation architect extraordinaire, Annabelle Radcliffe Trenner, with Historic Building Architects. So what did this project include, you ask? Well, I'll tell you. So it included the following items. So we removed the non-original additions and materials, and you may remember what this building looked like 20 years ago. It was pretty nondescript, covered with asbestos siding, and really had seen its better day, needed a lot of work. We repointed and raked out the foundation brickwork. We restored the siding, the paint color, the windows, doors, eaves, soffits, and flooring to their historic appearance. The asphalt shingle roof was replaced with period-appropriate cedar shingles, very stunning. The front porch was reconstructed to match the 1855 design that we have found the research on. Moving inside the building, we restored the interior with replastered walls, reinforced joints, and new electrical systems, including LED lighting for future exhibits. We also added accessible parking and a ramp, to your left, bordered by herbal plantings representative of those Dr. James Still used in his practice. This is one of the most innovative accessible ramps you're going to find because it doesn't include, a lift or an elevator or things. It's part of the landscape. It was a wonderful solution that we came to as a group to make this happen. But our work doesn't end here today. We have the next phase, which is even more exciting, which are the interpretive exhibits being developed to share Dr. Still's story with visitors, thanks to the grant that I mentioned a few minutes ago from the New Jersey Historical Commission, which was awarded to the Dr. James Still Historic Site Office Association to create an interpretive plan. And this will help shape future exhibits, docent manuals, and educational programming to ensure that Dr. Still's legacy continues to inspire generations to come. So in concluding, I wanted to say that next year, as you might have heard, rumors, that we will begin the commemoration of our nation's founding 250 years ago. And it's more important now than ever before to proclaim with a strong voice that Black history is American history. Amen. Preserving this site and the stories of Dr. James Still helped do that. They're an important part of the tapestry of our local, state, and nation's history. And Dr. Still's own quintessential pull yourself up from your own bootstraps, Horatio Alger-esque storyline is that American narrative that we've heard so many times, but rarely through the lens of a successful free man of color in the 19th century, like Dr. James Still. These stories the Restored Office will tell will add rich and interesting and are extremely relevant today as we increasingly seek natural and humanitarian remedies and treatments for health and wellness, as Dr. James Still did. So if you haven't yet also had a chance to visit the wonderful Dr. Still Education Center, it's right behind you around the corner from us, and it's open the first and third Sundays each month from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., staffed by the wonderful volunteers of the Dr. James Still Historic Site Office Association. Thank you so much for coming, and enjoy the day.
Thank you, Mark, and to the entire team in our State Park Service and our Historic Sites program for the work you do every day. So deeply important in greeting all of our neighbors across New Jersey and those who visit us. Thank you so very much. to offer some remarks on behalf of Burlington County, inviting up County Commissioner Allison Eccles to share a few words.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. Welcome to Burlington County for those of you who live or work outside. Welcome to Medford. I am also a Medford resident. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I love stories like this. This is an example of a few people with a really great idea who were able to galvanize others to their idea, and then the government that exists for and by the people was able to get involved and make it a reality. As the county, one of my assignments is also parks and resource conservation. We love to do this across Burlington County. At Smithville, which was the first county park, we get to house the Underground Railroad Museum. We also get involved with Timbuktu. We have the Alice Paul Homestead in our county. We have a lot of examples of history from throughout its time having really important impacts here in Burlington County. It's our mission to make sure that that's available to all the people to learn from, to cultivate young minds and old minds alike. I like that this is not just about history, it's also about how we can move forward. It has grounds where we can get out and be healthy outside. It hits all the buttons, and we're so excited to have this here in Burlington County. We're excited that all of us were able to come together and make this a reality. Thank you all so much to the volunteers who live this every day, and it's so nice to know you and to meet you and to see you around. I know you've been at a lot of our county events, and we appreciate that, and I'm looking forward to seeing you again. Thank you all for being here and helping us all celebrate. Thank you.
Thank you, Allison, for those remarks, but also for the partnership that the county shows us at the DEP and so many different issues to improve the health and the well-being of people throughout Burlington County. Now, last but certainly not least, I want to invite up the incredible stewards that have been partners to the state and to this community in telling the important story of Dr. Still and inviting everyone else to take part of that story. The Black Doctor of the Pines, I'll ask you just for a moment to rest on what you've heard about cultivating the good care of community. And the thought that it leaves me with is how well we can do for ourselves and our family when we are invested in the good care of one another and the communities that we call home. And it's in that spirit of community and service that I invite Sam Still and Carol Marshall Douglas to come share their words.
Okay. Good morning, distinguished guests, community leaders, NJDEP, Burlington County Commissioner's Office, the Historical Commission, the historic building architects, Still family descendants, and of course, members of the Dr. James Still Historic Office Site Association. And I do, if I've missed anyone, I do apologize. Thank you for really attending this special gathering where we celebrate the milestone of Dr. James Still's historic office. I am actually a third-grade grandniece, and I'm also the president of the Dr. James Still Historic Office Site Association. The Dr. James Still Historic Office Site Association, we do acknowledge the past and the current relationships and the overall partnerships that have taken place over the years. It does take a vision to see possibilities. And it's through that continued teamwork and collaborations that brings us closer every day to our shared goal. Members of the Dr. James Still Historic Office Site Association are delighted to achieve this milestone and the accomplishment in our overall mission, honoring Dr. James Still's life and his legacy. In the words of Dr. James Still, in all our dealings, let truth be our guiding light. And Dr. James Still and the Still family legacy continues to be our guiding star as we strive to honor him and bring forth the enduring story and uplift and empower future generations. So finally, thank you to our volunteers. We couldn't do this alone. We recognize that volunteering means that it's time spent volunteering. It means time away from your family and other activities. The commitment that you guys bring every day, it's appreciated. Thank you for making a difference and choosing to support the vision and mission to this and our organization. We truly appreciate it.
I'm getting over a cold, so please bear with me. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for coming. Before I say a few, get my words going, I want to go off the path on this. I want to recognize Jay Watson for being here today. He was one of the early DEP commissioners, deputy commissioners that helped get this site. Between him, Terrell Persons, and Valerie Still. I do have to recognize that, and thank you for coming. On behalf of the Dr. James Still Historic Office Site Association, members of the Lebanon Charity Still progeny, friends, I want to say thank you for all of New Jersey Division of the DEP, state commissioners, state legislators, the Historical Commission, and the staff of the state parks. You guys have always show up when we need some help. We appreciate it. Without y'all, the meadows wouldn't get cut the way they are, and so on. It's been a long vision of ours to see that this milestone occur. The restoration of Dr. James Still's medical office. His life and work has made a positive impact on families and people of New Jersey for many generations. The association and my family has been given a gift to have the Dr. James Still office restored to its 1855 condition. For a long time, we just talked about his life and where he lived, but now we can walk people through the actual place where he worked and met his patients. The work, though, does not stop here. It does not stop here. There's so much more to do. We are working on developing and installing interpretive displays inside and outside of Dr. Still's office. We've already begun developing the herbal garden. As you see here, this is just the start of it. By next year, it'll be really flourishing around. And Terry Smith has done a phenomenal job with carrying 1 bucket of mulch. That's like that farm girl strength. But we will continue to work on master interpretive plans for this entire 23-acre site. This site will be the highlight of the Black Heritage Trail. We would like it to where it would become where people will travel to the trail. It starts here and ends here. I'm encouraging everyone to go out and talk about this site to your family and friends, and when time permits, come out and visit. Our mission statement that we worked on over the summer, I want to read. The mission statement says, to honor and to promote Dr. James Still, his life and legacy, and the Still family historical and cultural impact and its relevance in today's world through education and community engagement. And also with our vision statement to ensure that Dr. Still and Still's family legacy story endures. It's also to uplift and empower future generations through education via docents-led tours, presentations, programming and workshops, community outreach. Oh, that's great. Outreach. Community involvement within the state parks and historic sites and the various community organizations and their nonprofits to be responsible stewardships of this property. We don't take it lightly. We don't take it lightly. I was out here yesterday. Ben was out here yesterday cutting the grass around the corner. I was up here putting signs up. We're out here. It's amazing that how things get done without always only have to say something to somebody. Things sometimes just appear and happens here. and I really do appreciate it. And one last thing, I want to thank Allison from Whitesbog. Where's she at? Allison from Whitesbog, for all your help. We truly appreciate it. I want to thank the Peter Modhouse folks, Shamel Jordan. With her help with me with the genealogy, has been vast, helping me greatly. And Michael Gall, with all your work lately the past year, you've given us more information that we have to now go through and figure out how to best display it. There's much more than just his life legacy. There's so much information now that we have to collectivify it all and figure it out. And we look forward to that task. And I want to thank all of you for coming out today, and thank you so much. When we're done, the visitor center will be open for a couple hours afterwards. If you have time, if you don't have to rush back to your state office and do some work, you're welcome to come around. We've got some light refreshments, and we'd like to see you come by. All right, thank you.
Well, with that, I'd like to invite everybody over to the site of the marker where we will unveil this addition to the Black Heritage Trail.